Hey everyone, welcome to Pink Tutu Tarot. So today's reading, we are going to get some messages from your passed on loved ones. We're going to get some messages from Spirit. Just see what comes up. I don't have any agenda or any topic in mind. We're just going to see what Spirit wants to tell us and see what loved ones come through. Now, if you're watching this video, there's not going to be specific people who come through for every person. So those who do get someone, I think it's wonderful, and drop that down in the comments if you want. I love to hear about that. But if you don't hear from a loved one, try to take the messages and the comments from Spirit as your own anyway. It doesn't mean the reading isn't for you. I'm just trying to bring in as many messages as I can for as many people as I can, while still offering some guidance from Spirit for everyone who is drawn to watch this video. Okay, we're going to start with some tarot cards and we'll go from there. Okay. All right, we have the Four of Cups, King of Wands reversed, Ten of Cups reversed, and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, I'm going to pull from another deck and just get another row of cards here, just to get a little more information. All right, we have the Five of Buttons, and this one says hardship, worry, isolation. We have the Hierophant, and it says morality, wisdom, beliefs. We have the Sun, happiness, authenticity, optimism. And the Queen of Needles, which is the Queen of Swords in reverse. And it says cold of heart, critical, narrow mind. All right. Give me just a second. I want to take these cards in, see what initial messages I get for you, and then we'll go from there. Okay? All right. What they just said to me is there's a lesson here of letting go when something doesn't seem right for you and allowing the door to open to something new. They're also saying there's a message here of focusing on the facts, what you know to be true, versus what you believe. They're saying our minds, sometimes play tricks on us, and our emotions sometimes play tricks on us. And we see and we hear and we believe things that we think are true, but we don't know are true. And of course, we can't know everything, obviously. And our beliefs do have a place. But they're trying to, give me one sec. Yeah. They're going back a little bit, and they're saying the cost of letting go is opening up. So be prepared for that. But can you tell me more about the beliefs situation? Beliefs versus facts. Spirit, what else can you tell us about that? They're saying don't believe everything you think. It's not all true. All right, well, that's a good start. All right, so let's talk about the cards here a little bit and see what Spirit wants to tell us here with these cards. So we're starting off with the Four of Cups and the Five of Buttons, which is the Five of Pentacles. They're saying, okay, so this card, if you notice at the top, it says hardship. But they're saying you are not in a place of hardship. You just think you are. And it's draining your energy and draining your emotions and sending you down a path of disappointment, which is what the Four of Cups represents. They're saying you don't want to be there, but you think you're supposed to be. And that's where the, don't believe everything you think comes in. And don't shoot the messenger. They're saying it's not as bad as you think. Whatever your situation is. Now, again, that's not me saying that, so forgive me. Because I know when we're in a situation that is hard, feels hard, seems hard, is challenging, someone telling us that it's not as hard as we think is not generally well received. But trust that Spirit means that with the best of intentions. They're saying you just need to look up and see the bright side. It's not that they're saying that things aren't difficult or challenging for you. They're saying it's just not as bad as you think if you just give it a chance. So I think that's good information. Anything else, Spirit? Okay. And then we move on. We've got the King of Wands reversed over the Hierophant. There's some lessons you're learning here or that you're being taught. And what are the lessons? I don't understand that. Okay, let me tell you what they're showing me, just so I'm not sitting here in silence trying to figure out what it means. They're showing me with someone with a hat, like on the street somewhere, sidewalk, with a hat in their hand with coins in it, like people are putting change in the hat or money. I don't know if it's tips. I don't know if it's like begging. Anything you can clarify? They're saying this is someone in spirit, but the image and the message has something to do with this. So you may know someone, or somebody watching may know someone who, they're saying street performer, who was a street performer and would collect tips, in a hat. And they're in spirit now. And they want you to know, go ahead. I'm not getting that. They're saying something about there is a scene in front of you. Like they're wanting you to, they're acknowledging something in front of you that you're not quite seeing. There is a scene in front of you is what this person is saying. This person in spirit, who is someone who is, hopefully will be drawn to this video to watch it, someone's loved one in spirit, but it is a message for everyone. They're saying there's a scene in front of you. They're saying pick through the good and the bad. It's like a crowd. So if you're this street performer and there's a crowd of people in front of you, you can focus on the ones who are not enjoying your performance, who are not likely to tip you, who are distracted or bored. Or you can pick out the ones who are engrossed and engaged and love what you're doing, and want to tip you and want to cheer you on and want you to do more. They're saying, again, there's a scene in front of you, but it's up to you what you see. It's a choice. Okay, that's a really good message, so thank you for that. Whoever it was just bowed. That was really nice. Thank you. All right, so this King of Wands and the Hierophant. There's a lesson here. And one of those lessons, obviously, from our visitor, is to pay attention to the things, pay attention to the love around you, not the lack of love. Pay attention to the cheers instead of the jeers. So there's a message there of being selective on what you pay attention to and focus your energy on. Anything else, Spirit, with the King of Wands reversed? Okay. They're saying don't let change be an impetus to just like start over and throw things away and change things up. Like don't use change as an escape, when what you really need to do is focus on the good things. So I'm going to try to put those into, like, I'm going to try to say that in a little bit better way so it makes more sense. It makes sense in my head, but the words are coming out and I'm not choosing them, so I'm going to say them in my own words now. So sometimes when things are difficult, our knee-jerk reaction is to change, to do something different. Like, we're unhappy in our job, I need a new job. I'm, I don't know what else. I'm having a hard time with this project. I'm going to throw it away and I'll do something different. I'm struggling with this friend. Maybe there's some tension between you. So I'm going to stop talking to them and just find new friends. They're saying don't use change as an escape from your reality. Instead, change your reality. Change how you see your reality. Not that what you're seeing is not true or not right, but it's just like that scene that our street performer was showing us. Just choose to look at something different. That's it. Rather than, look at this crowd of people and say, God, look at this. There's 5 people here who hate what I'm doing and they're bored and they're on their phone and they're laughing at me or yawning and deciding, you know what, these people hate me. I'm not doing this anymore, right? That's change as an escape. They're saying rather than do that, try to ignore the ones who, frankly, are just being rude, and it may have nothing to do with you, and focus on the ones who are engaged with you. Focus on the ones that make you feel good. Focus on the ones that also are like feeling good about you. So it's kind of just a change of perspective. Okay. All right. So moving on, we've got the 10 of Cups reversed over the Sun. And these are 2 like very distinctive cards of unhappiness and happiness, right? So let's see what Spirit wants to say about that. Okay. They're saying, again, don't shoot the messenger. They're saying you're not unhappy with your life. You're bored with your life. And just like we talked about here, it's like there's this tendency to just want to throw everything away because this other thing will make you happy. You're sure of it. And I know it's a little bit cliche, but happiness is a choice. They're telling me in my head, it's not a cliche. It's real. But also, like, everybody says it, and so it starts to feel a little bit like a cliche. But I also agree, it is true. I do think happiness is a choice. It's sometimes a harder choice to make than at other times. But if you can get there, it will improve your life. Your cups don't need to be empty. Fill them up. All right. Anything else on that, Spirit? Okay. They're letting someone in. Who's coming in? All right. What I'm seeing is this is a man. I'm going to say older, but gosh, I'm going to say like 50 plus, not like 70. I'm not sure. Older. I'm getting older. I'm getting like executive vibes. So it's somebody who walks in a suit, suit pants and a suit coat, and they walk in through the door. They unbutton, the button on their suit coat, sit down, cross their legs. It's like a brown suit. Anything else you want to tell me about this person or show me? They've got nice brown shoes. They're like leather shoes with like the, I don't know, like the pinholes in them. Anyway, y'all probably think I'm an idiot because I don't know what those kind of shoes are called, but they're very nice men's leather shoes with the holes in them. And his hands are folded in his lap, like he's very patient and waiting. He wants to talk, but he's not going to talk over a crowd, is what I'm getting. So I'm going to take that message and shut up and just give him a chance to say what he needs to say. So hold tight for 1 second. All right, this is a personal message that's coming through first. And he's saying, there is a girl here watching the video, somebody, girl, woman here, who wants to know how her father is doing. And he's saying, your father's doing well. He's right here. He's with me. He's got, hold on. He's saying he's got the card you gave him. So I don't know if you left a card for him after he passed. And he's saying he's got the card you gave him. And he cherishes it with his whole heart and thanks you. Now he says, okay, now down to business. He just wanted to share that message for somebody. I hope the person that's meant for knows it and knows this message was for them. But okay, so now down to business. Go ahead, please. What can you tell us about these spirit messages, the Sun card, the Ten of Cups reversed? He's saying he's very authoritative. So whoever this is, so maybe this is a grandfather. You know, so this, somebody may have a grandfather and a father in spirit or something, but he's very authoritative. Very, could tell he was somebody important when he was here. But he's laughing. He's saying, or at least I thought I was. Okay, I'm sorry. Say that again, please. Okay, he says, you've got, and he's very strong about it, you've got to start listening to your heart. Stop paying attention to the world. They don't know what you want. They don't know who you are or what you're worth or why you're here. You do. On some level, you do. Stop listening to the world. They can't make you happy. They can't make your life worthwhile. Only you can do that. You've got to make this life everything. You've got one shot. Don't mess it up. And he did not say mess. He said another word, but I'm not going to say it. You're welcome, YouTube. But it actually didn't sound harsh. It just sort of rolled off his tongue. Okay, go ahead. He's saying that's it. You know what to do. He's saying, I've got it from here. You've got to have it from there. That's how we work together. He does his part for you. You got to do your part too. And never mind what the rest of the world is saying or thinking or doing. They don't matter. Take care of people. Be kind to people. Be compassionate. Have integrity. But do not ever bow down to someone else when it comes to your life and your happiness. There's no room for that. Not in this world. He's saying maybe there you can get away with it, but you shouldn't. Here we know better. And I want you to see that. He's like very authoritative and very strong in what he's saying, but he's still saying it with love. Like you can feel that love beneath the strength of him. Okay, so obviously this message is for everybody watching this video. It's a very strong message of paying attention to the right things. Not letting other people's problems or trip-ups or speed bumps, other people's challenges become your challenges. You just live your life. You do your thing. You make the most of every single moment you've got here, because you will wish you had if you don't. Make the most of it now. And never mind those other people. It doesn't matter. No matter who they are. Doesn't matter if they're family, if they're friends, if they're strangers, if they're coworkers, if you're a boss. Do right by people. Do good by people. But don't change your life, or don't change yourself. Don't change who you were meant to be to make someone else happy. All right, well, he's done. Thank you very much. That was a very powerful message. Thank you. Okay. All right, so let's move on. We've got the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Needles, or the Queen of Swords, in reverse. Now, the Nine of Pentacles represents an energy of being self-sufficient and independent, abundant in your own right. The Queen of Swords in reverse can be cutting and harsh and honestly, some not very nice sometimes. So Spirit, what do you want to tell us about this? Say that again. They're showing me like drawing a line. Draw a line. And don't step over it. If you have a Queen of Swords in reverse person in your life, meaning someone who can be harsh and cutting, can be even cruel sometimes, draw a line between your energy and theirs. This is you. You have everything you need to be everything you're supposed to be in this life. You're abundant. You have the charisma and the self-possession and the independence and the drive to be what you want to be and to do what you are meant to do. But if you let someone like this queen kind of cut into your world, she will slice you apart and leave you for roadkill. You know what I mean? When truthfully, she or anyone shouldn't have that kind of effect on you. No one should. No one should have the ability to tear you down. Let them try. But draw a line between your energy and theirs, and don't let that kind of energy infect you. Because it's not real and it's not you. This is for them to process and learn how to overcome and turn around. You can't fix this person. You can be kind to them. You can, do what you can for other people, but do not let them infect you or your energy. Draw that line. Okay? Anything else, Spirit? Okay. They're showing me a swimmer. Like on I'm going to say an Olympic pool. I don't know it's an Olympic pool, but that kind of, swim, like pool with lanes. And I'm actually seeing a male swimmer. So if you have a swimmer who has passed on, I can't see his face because his face is in the water, but he's got like dark, sand, like dark brown hair. He's got brown hair. And he's just swimming down his lane. Okay, Spirit is saying there's a message here about staying in your lane. Obviously, if someone's drowning, this is my message, not Spirit's, but metaphorically, someone's drowning, you're going to help them. But okay. They're kind of wanting me to say that and kind of not. They're saying, sometimes somebody is struggling and splashing and you can try to save them, and what they will do is drag you both under. So be careful. They're not saying be careful who you help, because that's not. What are you really saying, Spirit? They're just saying be careful who you align with. So it's not literally about swimming or drowning or anything like that, or helping people or not helping people. It's about being in your lane, focusing on your goal, like this swimmer, and don't letting yourself get pulled off focus by what may be going on in the next lane. They're saying help someone if you can help them. That's always a good thing. It's it's always a boost to your energy and to your to like your karma. Help when you can, but don't let, like, what they're showing me is not somebody drowning. It's somebody splashing and making a ruckus, and it's not that they can't swim. It's that they're just being a distraction, right? They're in the pool just splashing and throwing water, and where this person I'm seeing in the lane is focused, like they're getting their laps in, or they're swimming a race, and it's like they don't even notice. They don't even notice. And that's the message that Spirit wants me to share with you. Spirit, is this person in the pool someone, is this someone's loved one, or is this just a message? They're saying it's a loved one, but they don't have anything to say specifically. They shared this image with me as their message. And of course, my spirit guides just helped me translate it a little bit. You know, we all communicate differently. So if this is your loved one in spirit and you're like, why didn't they say anything? We all communicate differently, and we all have, our gifts and our comfort levels. And so if you think about here, some people are comfortable standing in front of a group and talking. Some people are comfortable on camera. Some people will never talk because for whatever reason. So we just have to appreciate people's different communication styles. But this person did come through, this swimmer did come through and gave me some very clear images. So they were probably a very visual person in life. Which helps me, of course, to see the images, and then my spirit guides sometimes have to translate to make sure I don't get it wrong. All right. But that's a great message. That's a great message. Anything else, Spirit? Okay. All right. We're going to pull a Wisdom of the Oracle card. You have one more what? Oh, they're telling me they have one more person that wants to come in. So I will wait on pulling this card. Go ahead. Oh. Okay. They're showing me, there's a woman who comes in. I'm going to say a younger woman, a young woman-ish. Not good with ages, y'all. Even here, I'm not good with people's ages. So, but she's wearing a gown and some kind of a hat, beautiful hat. She's clearly not from our time, I don't think. Oh, they're saying yes, but she's not dressed like it. Okay, so this may be somebody that you actually did know in life, but they're dressed. It reminds me of. It's like a ball, right? She's got this beautiful, beautiful dress, and I see like gloves up to her elbows, and this beautiful hat, and she does this like deep curtsy when she walks in the room. And they're saying that's her way of saying hello. So hello, thank you, welcome. Yes, I can hear you. Okay, she's saying, I want to say hi to my niece, who is sitting. I don't know what that means, sitting. I think she just means someone viewing the video. I want to say hi to my niece. She's saying she's a powerful presence in her own right, but she doesn't know it. She doesn't show it. She just is it. And I want her to own that power. She's so much more than she gives herself credit for. And she said, we're going to see you succeed beyond your wildest dreams. You're not a nobody. You're not nothing. You're not insignificant or invisible. You are so special. You just can't see it yet. But I want you to try. I want you to try really, really hard. Like you're the queen of the court. And she curtsies again. It is kind of like she's in like a queen sort of situation. Okay, well, thank you. And I think, okay, yeah, okay. So there's a message there, obviously, for someone whose aunt is in spirit and had a very, I'm going to say very playful, a very playful way about them. Maybe she liked to dress up. Maybe she was even like in theater or something where she would dress in costumes. It does feel like she was in a costume of some kind. But very playful, almost like a playful, sly, kind of cheeky energy. But anyway, so she clearly had a message for someone here watching. But also that message, Spirit is saying, but that's also a message for everyone here listening. They're saying, none of you are living up to your potential. And that's not meant in a harsh way at all. It's because you don't see what your potential is. You don't believe in yourself enough to get there. But we believe in you. We see your potential. And we're going to help you get there. There's more to you than you know. There's more to you than you give yourself credit for. And we're going to show that to you. And you are going to rise to the occasion. It's not that you're not doing enough. So when I said you're not living up to your potential, like that made me want to choke a little bit, because that comes off as harsh, but they're making it very clear that was not how it was meant. What they're saying is, you don't see your potential. You don't realize the potential in you. And they're saying it's our job to show you, to help you see it, whatever it takes. You might not always like our tactics as we help you get there. They're saying, but we're not here to make friends. We're here to help you live the most magnificent life you possibly can. Because you're there, and you can, and we can help you. And there's no way we're going to not do that, whatever the cost. Wow. That's wonderful. That's makes you think. Sometimes we might not like a situation. We might think the universe is out to get us. We might think, oh, my spirit guides are destroying me, crushing me. We all have those times in life, right? It's nice to hear that that's never their intention. I mean, we sort of know that, right? But also, when you're in the middle of it, I get that can be hard to swallow. You know, some situations are hard to wrap ourselves around, but they're making it clear that even the hard situations are meant to build us up. Never, never, never to tear us down. Even if it means tearing us down first, to build us up stronger after. Sometimes that has to happen that way. All right, let's get a Wisdom of the Oracle card, please. Okay. All right, and your card is number 47, Go the Distance. And they want me to read it, so I am going to. I'm going to read the prosperity message. So, what is it? 47. Okay, and the general message. They're asking me to read both. Okay, so it says, to bring your dream to life, you must think long-term and pay no attention to the fluctuations in the current of your experience. It reminds me of the swim lanes. Joy and disappointment commingle with opportunities, so there's no need to fear that occasional obstacle. Life is not a sprint. This card is a reminder that you have endurance, strength, and fortitude to carry you all the way. Remain true to yourself. Your authenticity alone will keep you in alignment with the energy of miracles. What is yours will never be withheld from you. Remember that. And then the prosperity message says, your most precious dreams are not about instant gratification, but enduring prosperity. This is a time to think long-term and engage in continued action. You will experience momentum building as you translate the ebb and flow into slow and steady movement forward. Your efforts, ideas, and hard work now can lead to greater riches than you can imagine. Stoke the fire so that an uninterrupted stream of energy is available to support you in all the phases of manifestation. Be assured that you are in the right place right now. All right. Well, that's wonderful. And it speaks really right to what we were talking about. It's just keep going, even if things feel hard. Try to change what you're paying attention to. Try to focus on the good things. Some days that's your only job, is just to try to focus on the good things. All right, I've got one more card for you. This is a postcard from Spirit. There's two cards that no. Hold on one sec. Okay. They tell me when to stop and to pick a card, so I just like to make sure. So on the back of the card, it's got a dragonfly and it says, you are magic. And I'll hold this up in case you want to screenshot it and read it. All right, I'm gonna read it to you. It says, dearest you, there are times when loss is a part of life. Sometimes a loss is welcome, like when you leave a situation that's not in alignment with your highest good. Sometimes a loss is sudden and painful, like when a loved one crosses over to our dimension. Regardless of the nature of the loss and your control over it, your experience is asking to be acknowledged. Tears are necessary, as is grief. When you repress the natural expression of loss and try to move on too quickly, the unprocessed pain haunts you in destructive ways. We don't want that for you. Instead, let your heart break wide open. Feel the loss and integrate it. See the beauty that was, the lessons learned, and know that as you let go of what has passed, even more of you remains. It gets better, we promise. Your heart expands with more compassion for the world than ever before. Love heals all. We are loving you, sending you love, always and forever. Well, that feels like a special message, considering, this is a reading with messages from your passed on loved ones. So obviously people here watching this video have someone or many someones in mind as they're experiencing this reading. So that feels like a separate but beautiful message, specifically with that in mind. So thank you very much for that, Spirit. Was there anything else? No? Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thanks for your likes and your subscribes and your shares. When you do that, YouTube just makes it so that more people find my videos and can experience the readings. And to me, that's a gift. So thank you for that. And thanks just for being here and watching these videos. I appreciate it. We'll see you next time, y'all. Bye-bye.